Right. Oh.
Oh,
what?
your mic's down.
Oh,
Oh, you're back on.
I'm back.
Hey, there she is.
I was just saying, they didn't print out so well the questions today.
Okay.
So we're going to read them off the screen, if that's okay.
Can you see that far?
Ready? Ready?
Can you see that far?
I can see that far.
Oh, there you go.
All right, first
find out.
question. Kay, how is Stevie, the ultimate Chelsea hater, going to spin this second half performance in the cup final against the Blues?
I can't believe Dan has got everybody thinking I hate Chelsea, honestly.
Well, were you positive about them winning the Conference League
Yeah,
tonight?
I said they would
were
win
you?
it. I said they'd
But
win.
were you positive
Did you watch the
about
show
them
that
winning
last
it?
night?
I was
asked
listened to last
who's
night's
going
show
to
on
win.
the podcast.
I said Chelsea will win.
That's okay, but what did you say about them winning today? When we said, you know, it's the end of a successful season, it was a fourth place finish in the Premier League and now some silverware to enjoy too.
All I said was, is the Conference League more important than the Carabao Cup? I just asked a question.
You couldn't just
and
say
nobody-
congratulations, Enzo.
And nobody turned around and went, oh, Wayne, don't be stupid, of course it is. Nobody said that. Everybody buttoned it. Everybody was silent. Nobody said a word.
Did you say that in the show? Or did you say it in the pre-show?
I've been saying it.
Because I think
all afternoon.
I think you asked that question before we went on camera.
I've been saying it all afternoon.
right.
Anyway, Chelsea in the second half absolutely, totally and utterly dominated the game from a physical point of view. And then, of course, Mr. Palmer came back and added that little touch of brilliance that turned it their way.
Will you say after me, congratulations to Chelsea, the European champions?
Congratulations to Chelsea, European champions.
There we go. Are you happy with that, Frank?
But they'd rather have the Carabao Cup.
You know why I love Stevie? Because that guy is such a nice person. So well, thank you very much, my dear.
All right, next question. Let's have a look who it's for. It's from Dan's Fancy Dress Shorts. Given all the criticism of Chelsea's transfer strategy, does a top four finish, Champions League return and a Conference League win prove that they were right all along, Frank?
No, it doesn't prove anything because I think they forgot the basics of the club, everything which made the club so successful, and they turn into a training business system where you bet on young players and you try to make money out of some transfers at some point. Yeah, well done to the club, well done to the coach and the players for the Champions League qualification. But that was out of nowhere, I have to say. Really, if we get through the season, I have so many examples where you can say, well, finishing fourth, is that because the Premier League this season wasn't that good and the consistency has been showed around from every big clubs as well? Maybe. I think it's one of the answers, and we can have other answers. But it's not a criticism. It's just a reality. When you say given all the criticism, it's not a criticism. You have to face the reality of the acts of some people who don't know anything about football. They put the club in danger. So it got better because of the talent, for example, of a Cole Palmer. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen next season, nobody knows. What's going to happen, Palmer might go, you never know. Some other might go, Caicedo might go to Saudi Arabia. You don't know what can happen to the club, and I'm concerned. And I'll always be concerned as long as the club doesn't mix experienced players with young players and create the basics that we used to have.
Okay. A lot of Chelsea questions tonight, just to let you know, that I can see. And I think the next one...
I'm pretty sure this
Chelsea
question
too.
was from the Enzo Maresca burner account.
This is from Steve's personal assistant. What effective adjustments did Maresca make in the second half that turned this final around? Obviously, he made substitutions, but what made the second half much better than that first half?
Well, there's no question. Reece James coming on.
At the start of the second half.
For Gusto, who absolutely was one of the major ones. And then, of course, Frank's already talked about Caicedo. Caicedo, for me, has to be the most important player today for Chelsea. You know, from the first whistle, yes, Betis were the better side in the first half, but I tell you what, Caicedo was trying every single thing he could do in that first half to try and get the rest of his teammates to get to the level he was at. And he continued doing it in the second half. He was the guy, in my opinion, who drove them on towards winning this game. Yes, Cole Palmer came in and did his magic, and Jackson got his goal, and of course Caicedo got a goal at the end as well. But he deserved it because he was the one, absolutely, in my opinion, that pushed Chelsea over the line.
What did you think of Caicedo today, Luis?
He did a fantastic job. I think he held very well. The work rate on the middle of the park was needed against this Real Betis with players around with a lot of quality. He managed very well. I would say that also Enzo Fernandez did a fantastic job because he's run into the box from the second line, made it so difficult for Real Betis to hold every single area, every single phase of the game. And when you start attacking, if you control with two lines of four, it's always easier. And those run from Enzo. After when we saw the first goal, that is one of the best examples. I think it was very important. Reece James is also very important as well, because he was into the pitch to stop Abde, that he was a real threat during the first 45. So I think those two players were very, very important for Chelsea in the second half.
This is a nice one for everyone. Who is one player, Ale, you just missed playing with because you left when they came in, or vice versa, that you would have loved, or that you would have loved to have played alongside? No, that you would have loved to play alongside.
Made that very clear,
I
okay?
did not, did I? Okay. So a player.
I get it.
Yes, you get it, right?
Yeah, well, I couldn't tell you because I was traded so many times over the course of my career and left unprotected in expansion drafts and this, that, and the other, that frankly, all the players run together. I played with and against most people in MLS because over the course of 11-year career in Major League Soccer, I played with 6 teams, and I was traded and again left unprotected in an expansion draft, and all these things are very fluid, much more fluid here than it is in the reality everywhere else and in the world of football. So I'm not sure that in my case it applies as much as it does in everybody else's case.
Anyone stand out to you guys? Luis, somebody that you just missed playing with either before or after?
I left Barcelona after a pre-season with 16 years old Lionel Messi arrived, and I went to Liverpool, and he stayed in the first team, and 2 years right after he became what we all know as one of the best players, or if not the best player in the world. So I would have loved to enjoy a bit more of that transition from a very young player arriving to the first team from the academy to becoming a first-team player and the best player in the world. So yeah, I missed by a little bit. I played 3 games with him, but he was just a kid who arrived from the academy. So I missed probably the best of Lionel Messi, and yeah, I would have loved to be involved on that.
Did you guys already hear so much about him or get to see him, Luis, even in the academy, even back then?
No, not at all. I mean, he arrived and he was very quiet. He was playing. He trained with us for nearly 3 weeks, and we went to an Asian tour. He played 3 games. He scored a couple of goals or 3, and you could see that he was a quality player. But again, he was 16, and we've seen so many times, even when we were in the academy, I was 18 years old, and we used to go around 5-6 players to the first team, and most of the time we never stay in the first team. But you have to go and try to find experience somewhere else. So yeah, no one knew about Lionel Messi at that stage, but a year after, was Eusebio the one who gave me a call, and we were talking about it, and he was the assistant coach of Frank Rijkaard, and he told me, listen, this is something special, this is something that is gonna hit big, and he did right after a couple of years later.
Frank?
I have to say, and it's easy today because Craig is not here, that I missed well, I played 1 or 2 games with him. Ruud Gullit was somebody special that I would have loved to play alongside him, because he ended up his career centre-back when he was a midfielder most of his career, and he played for Genoa as a back and signed for Chelsea as a player. Ended up the year that I signed for the club, a player coach, and but barely played. I would have loved to play alongside him, even if I played against with many fantastic players there, like Steve Clark, the Scottish fantastic centre back, and some others. But it would have been quite of an experience to play alongside Ruud Gullit, really.
Stevie?
You know, the best goalie I ever played with was Bruce Grobbelaar. But the week after I got to Liverpool, Ray Clemens left. And every single person that ever played with Ray said he was, hands down, one of the best keepers that ever stood between the sticks. You know, he was the original sweeper keeper. He was the guy that mopped up behind a high back line. So yeah, he left. I had one training session with him and he wasn't even in goal. He played centre forward. But I'd love to have played in a team where the goalies in training never used to play in goals. They had 1 day a week. The goalies used to get a Thursday to do some goalkeeping. The rest of the week, and on the Friday as well, they played the outfield and the five-a-side. That's how it was. That's how everybody did it.
I'll give you a player from Major League Soccer. Carlos El Pibe Valderrama. You could never get the ball away from him. And honestly, frankly, this guy was playing as if he was jogging his way through the field or walking most of the time. But when he got the ball at his feet, he knew full well where the through ball was, and anybody who had any idea as to how to play the striker position, you would find yourself through on goal more times than not in Major League Soccer. I just missed playing with him. It would have been an amazing experience, and as a striker, because what vision and what ability to see the field and deliver a pass.
We played Colombia in the 80s. Valderrama was playing for Colombia.
Yeah.
It was at Hampden Park, and we never got a touch of the ball. He was unbelievable. This guy never lost it.
Nah, crazy.
Never had any donkey touches.
No.
Everything was silky smooth. And he never, ever had a bead of sweat on his head. Never,
Beautiful hair, by
Never
the way.
sweated.
Beautiful hair.
Oh, no, he was
Oh
brilliant.
yeah, I was so envious. So envious of the haircut. Of course, not of his football.
Okay, nice question. For Luis, start, bench or drop these football grounds. Anfield, the Vicente Calderon and the Camp Nou.
Oh, good luck.
Start Anfield.
Good luck.
Bench Vicente Calderón and drop Camp Nou. And I'm by Barcelona supporter.
Wait a minute. What?
Stevie's so proud.
Did he just say drop Camp Nou?
He knows his stuff.
Woo! Woo! Controversy.
All right.
All right, Barcelona fans, you heard that, right?
Next question, okay. Next question.
Yeah, I know.
All listen to Luis.
All Barcelona fans, you heard that, right?
You have some. You
can't
have
help being
somebody
right.
to hate, guys. You know.
He could have really
dropped
taken
you.
an easy way out, seeing as though the Vicente Calderon is no more.
Yes.
But he
But
did
no,
not.
that's right. He went straight in.
He did.
Straight in.
All right.
It's special. Vicente Calderón is special, guys.
That was a two-footed challenge on Camp Nou. That's what it was.
For all, who had the better season? Chelsea, Spurs or Arsenal?
Arsenal. Got to be Arsenal.
Yeah.
Second in the league.
Yeah.
Semi-final of the Champions League. Has to be Arsenal. No, it's not. I don't think it's close.
I don't think Luis agrees with you.
I think it's Chelsea, to be honest with you.
No, I will go. I will give away with Chelsea too. Yeah, a trophy is a trophy. You are in Champions League, you got a trophy. I think that's something special.
I would say that
Let's go to Disney World. I'll get you some trophies.
Okay, all right. Hey, what, do they have trophies in Disney World?
Oh, why?
All right, okay.
Oh, yes.
All I would say is that Chelsea, you could argue, overachieved this season. It's not a great achievement, but overachieved nonetheless. Whereas if I'm Arsenal and I came up short in every competition that I played in, given what the trajectory of the club was, then it looks like underachievement. And underachievement, I'm just saying, the other one overachieved, therefore it's a better season for Chelsea than it was for Arsenal.
Let me ask you a question then.
Yes.
You're a player, right?
Yes, sir.
And you've got the opportunity to go to any one of these teams.
That's a different conversation.
Who would you rather play for?
Well, because they need a striker, right? Different measure. A guy that's going to score the goal.
Oh, wait a minute.
Out of subject, Mr. Nichols, out of subject. Of course, you know, Arsenal nowadays are better. But I'm with the guys. I mean the guys. But Stevie, I think Chelsea well, you finish second or you finish fourth, you qualify for the Champions League. You know, that's the same thing. So Arsenal got nothing but the qualification for the Champions League. Chelsea got at least that beautiful Conference League silverware.
And just
By the way, this is the man that said, if you're in the conference, it tells you how bad you've been.
we did let him off with that at the top of the show.
Again, that's a different conversation. Arsenal should have, you know, have a bad season last season and win the Conference League. What can I tell you?
So what were your reasons for it being Chelsea, Luis, just to end this?
Say again?
Your reasons for it being Chelsea. You picked Chelsea too. Same reasons as the guys?
Yeah. Same reason. I think that once you win a trophy is a trophy, something that is going to go to your stand and you can go back. And it's true that it's not a major trophy, that's for sure. The same like, and Steve was totally right. It's not like if you win the Carabao Cup. Unfortunately, I didn't. I was a runner-up as well. But once the years pass and you look back, there's going to be a trophy right there. Yeah. And that's something that is forever. So you are qualified for Champions League, something that no one was expecting. So like Ali just mentioned, you overachieve something and you win a trophy. The other ones didn't win anything.
Trophy's a trophy. Joan Gamper, Luis Garcia.
I won the Carabao Cup. At the time, it was called Coca-Cola Cup. You know, and remember whose team we beat that year?
Oh, I think he's having a go at you. He's having a go at you, I think.
Loves bringing it up, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, I don't know. You may want to answer the question, Kay. I don't know.
I don't have anything to say to that.
All right. Okay.
Stevie doesn't mind teams that finish a season and don't win a trophy. Problem is, we got to 2 finals and still got relegated and won nothing.
One season.
In the same season.
Right.
We'll end it there, shall we? Thank you so much for sending in your questions tonight on Extra Time. And thanks once again, Frank, for reminding me of some painful moments in our history.
But if you need trophies, go to
My
Disney
pleasure.
World.
Always a pleasure.
Loads of them.